Welcome to Product Mastery in the age of AI and ChatGPT. I'm your host Madhumita Mantri, Staff Product Manager at Walmart Marketplace, where I've led AI powered fraud detection systems that have prevented over $50 million in losses. Today's episode is a foundational one. It's the episode I wish existed when I started building with machine learning um, and later generative AI. AI changes how products behave, how users behave, and even what success means. And if you rely on traditional product intuition alone, you will ship something that looks impressive and quietly fails in the real world. Here's the reality check. Stanford's AI Index 2025 reports 78% of organizations used AI in 2024, up sharply from the prior year. They Gartner predicted 30% of Gen AI projects would be abandoned after proof of concept by end of 2025, often due to data quality, risk controls, cost, or unclear value position. And OpenAI's research points to ChatGPT being used at massive scale, with hundreds of millions of weekly active users, meaning AI isn't coming, it's already shaping user expectations. So the question isn't, should you learn AI? The question is, do you have AI product sense? Today's deep dive promise. In the next 27 minutes, I'll share a simple framework I use to evaluate AI product opportunities fast, the real gap between traditional product sense and AI product sense, four core AI product patterns, plus what makes an experience truly AI native. The AI PM mental model, model limits, data requirements, feedback loops, and metrics, and how this sets you up for my upcoming LinkedIn Learning series where we'll analyze real AI products end to end. Let's dive in. Let me share a story. When I led an AI powered fraud detection launch, we celebrated strong offline metrics. But as users adapted, fraudsters changed tactics and our operational teams devised workarounds. Uh, the model started drifting not due to technical flaws, but because the environment itself shifted. Some might say just tune the thresholds or add explanations. That's how we fix failed features. But with AI, these fixes miss deeper system effects like feedback loops and unintended behaviors that traditional product sense simply doesn't anticipate. Here's what you need to know. In the age of AI, product success isn't about launching features. It's about designing adaptive systems where learning, feedback, and user trust are built into the foundation from day one. What does it actually mean to have AI product sense? Is there a repeatable method or is it just gut feel? Let's break it down. Let me take you back to a moment from my work building AI systems in risk. We shipped what looked like a strong model. Offline metrics were great. Leadership was excited. We launched, and then something subtle happened. User behavior adapted. Bad actors changed tactics. Legit sellers got caught in edge cases, operational teams created workarounds, and the model started drifting not because the model was bad, but because the product environment moved. Traditional product intuition would say users didn't like it. Improve UX, add explanations, tune the thresholds, but AI product sense asks different questions. What feedback loop did we just create? Are we measuring the model or the system? Did our launch change the data we'll train on next month? And is our success metric actually rewarding the wrong behavior? That experience taught me this: AI products are not static features, they are living systems. And if you don't design the system data, model, UX, and operations together, your product sense will mislead you. Across industry, the sense framework system, error budgets, novel feedback loops, signals and scaffolding, evaluation captures the shift. AI products behave as probabilistic, adaptive systems, not deterministic tools. Market context and current state. Here's where the industry stands today. AI adoption is mainstream. Stanford reports 78% of organizations used AI in 2024, up from 55% the year before. That's not gradual change, that's a step function. That's percent. The failure rate is also mainstream. Gartner projected 30% of GenAI projects would be abandoned after POC by end of 2025. EA or ATENT or 90 2025. And Gartner separately warned that organizations would abandon a large share of AI projects without AI ready data. A lot of teams are scaling agentic systems without the fundamentals. McKinsey's 2025 survey noted 23% of respondents said their organizations were scaling agentic AI somewhere, and 39% were experimenting or agentic. So, what's the gap? Most PMs are trying to apply traditional product sense, build, ship, measure adoption to products that behave like probabilistic systems with hidden failure modes, and that's why AI product sense matters. Now, some argue, why not just make the model more accurate? But AI systems always involve trade offs, false positives versus negatives, speed versus quality. Pursuing perfection is a costly myth. What matters is setting error budgets and knowing who is harmed and how. Core framework introduction. The sense framework. I've developed what I call the sense framework, a 5-part mental model to build and evaluate AI products. S system behavior over feature behavior, E error budgets, not perfection, N novel feedback loops, S signals, data, and scaffolding. E evaluation that matches reality. This isn't theoretical. I've used versions of this thinking to ship AI systems with real business impact while managing risk, trust, and operational outcomes. Let's break it down. Step 1: S system behavior over feature behavior, 8-30-10-30. Traditional product sense treats features as deterministic. You tap a button, you get a result. AI doesn't work like that. AI is a component inside a system that includes the user's intent, the interface, the model, the data pipeline, the policy rules, human operations, and the real world incentives. Common mistake: shipping an AI feature without designing the system around it. Example: a fraud model might reduce fraud but increase seller friction. If your metric is only fraud caught, you might accidentally punish good users and create long term trust damage. Tool method: I recommend doing a system map before you write the PRD. Inputs, model decision, user impact operator, workflow, feedback, back into data. If you can't draw it, you can't ship it safely. Step 2: E error budgets, not perfection, 10-30-12-30. Traditional PMs often ask, how do we make it accurate? AI PMs should ask, what errors are acceptable, where and for whom. Because every AI system has trade offs: false positives vs false negatives, speed versus quality, helpfulness versus risk, personalization versus privacy. Common mistake: treating AI quality like a single number. Instead, define an error budget by segment. For example, for high risk decisions, you may require human review or more conservative thresholds. For low risk assistance, you can allow more creativity. Actionable takeaway: in your PRD, write top 5 failure modes, who gets harmed, severity, mitigations, and escalation paths. This is what makes AI product sense real, not just hype. Step 3: End novel feedback loops. 12, 30, 14, 30. Here's the big one. AI products create feedback loops, sometimes invisible ones. If your model flags something, users adapt. If your chatbot answers something users trust it, then stop verifying. If your recommender promotes content, creators optimize for it. Common mistake: measuring short term lift and missing long term behavior change. Real world pattern: you launch an AI system, metrics go up for 2 weeks, and then drift begins because you change the environment. Implementation tip: instrument feedback loops like a PM instruments funnels. Track not just did they click, but what did they do next? Did they return? Did the system become noisier? Did operators override more often? Did the label quality degrade? AI product sense is loop sense. Step 4: S signals, data and scaffolding. 1430, 1630. Traditional PMs think we need user feedback. AI PMs think we need signals that can become data. Because AI doesn't just need feedback, it needs structured, reliable learning signals. There are three buckets: data, you already have logs, events, outcomes. Data, you can create human labeling, review workflows. Data, you can infer implicit feedback, proxy metrics. And then there's scaffolding, the product design that makes AI usable even when the model is imperfect. Guardrails, retrieval, grounding, confidence cues, human in the loop, fallbacks, suggest, don't decide patterns. Common mistake: assuming the model will fix product gaps. The product has to support the model. Step 5: E. Evaluation that matches reality. 16, 30, 18. Traditional PMs love A. B tests. They are useful, but in AI, evaluation must be richer because you can win an A B test and still fail. Hallucinations create trust erosion. Edge cases become reputational risk. The model performs well on average but harms a critical segment. Actionable method: use a layered evaluation stack. Offline benchmark tests plus golden datasets. Online A B tests plus guardrail metrics. Human audits, rubrics, spot checks, risk, red teaming, policy violations, safety reviews. When you hear AI product, think evaluation is a product feature. Framework summary. So, the sense framework gives you a repeatable way to build AI product intuition. system error budgets, feedback loops, signals, scaffolding evaluation. But let's go one level deeper. Because AI product sense also depends on recognizing core AI product patterns, what AI is actually doing inside the product. Which core patterns do successful AI products follow, and how do they shape user expectations? Let's dig into personalization, automation, prediction, and augmentation. Recent McKinsey research shows 23% of organizations are already scaling agentic AI and 39% are experimenting, yet Gartner warns over 40% of agentic AI projects may be cancelled by 2027 due to missing fundamentals like trust and data readiness. Consider this. When ChatGPT popularized instant conversational answers, users stopped tolerating 5 step dashboards or manual approval loops. The real competition isn't another AI app, it's the new baseline for frictionless adaptive experiences. Skeptics might say, aren't we just automating old workflows with new tech? In reality, AI native products reshape the entire flow from user intent to system learning, requiring PMs to design for trust, dynamic feedback, and evolving user behavior, not just static features. If you want to future proof your product, focus on trust, UX, operationalize feedback loops, and AI ready data infrastructure. These are the sustainable modes in the coming wave of AI first competition. Core AI product patterns. 4 ways AI shows up. Most AI products fall into 4 patterns. Personalization. AI changes what each user sees or gets. Think, recommendations, ranking, tailored journeys. Automation. AI does work on your behalf. Think, summarization, extraction, classification, routing, prediction. AI forecasts future outcomes. Think, churn risk, fraud risk, demand, lead scoring. Augmentation. AI makes the user smarter or faster. Think, co-pilots, drafting, decision support. These are powerful, but they're also where most products stop. What's different about AI native experiences? AI native experiences are not just AI added on top, they reshape the workflow itself. Instead of user UI feature, it becomes user intent, AI interpretation, multi step outcome, user correction system learns. That's why agentic systems are the next frontier and also why they fail without fundamentals. McKinsey shows many teams are already experimenting with agentic AI. Gartner warns many will be cancelled when value and controls aren't clear. The real competition, not another AI app. Here's a non obvious competitive insight. Your biggest competitor isn't another AI product, it's the user's new baseline expectation. When users get instant answers from ChatGPT style interfaces, they stop tolerating searching across 5 dashboards, reading long policy pages, filing tickets for data pulls, waiting for manual approvals, and because AI tools are used at massive scale, that expectation spreads fast. So, your product competition is friction versus immediacy, manual work versus AI assisted flow, static workflows vs adaptive systems. 3 white space opportunities for PMs building AI products. Now let's talk opportunity. Three big white spaces I see across AI products. Opportunity 1, trust UX as a differentiator. Most AI products compete on capability, few compete on trust design. Why it exists? Users don't just need answers, they need reliability cues. Approach, confidence indicators, citations, source grounding, editable outputs, audit trails. Moat, trust compounds. Once earned, switching costs increase. Opportunity 2, operationalized learning loops. Many teams ship AI but don't operationalize feedback. Why it exists? Labeling is expensive, instrumentation is hard, ownership is unclear. Approach, build feedback, capture into the workflow, thumbs down plus reason codes, operator overrides, audits, revenue, impact, you reduce drift, improve quality faster, and scale responsibly. Opportunity 3, AI. Ready data products. AI needs consistent, governed, consumption ready data. Gartner explicitly flags AI ready data as a risk factor for project abandonment. This AI ready data approach treat data like a product definitions, quality gating, lineage, SLAs, PM advantage. The PM who can connect data readiness to user outcome will win internal alignment every time. Innovation thesis. Bold prediction. Here's my prediction. The companies that win won't be the ones with the flashiest models. They'll be the ones that treat AI as a product system, trust, loops, and evaluation built in. And the PMs who win, they'll be the ones who stop asking what feature should we ship and start asking what system are we creating and how does it learn. What's the fastest way to upgrade your product management for the era of AI? Let's turn insight into action with 3 concrete steps you can take this week. In practice, PMs who run a sense audit early define error budgets by segment and instrument feedback loops, not just funnels, report faster, debugging, clearer alignment, and better model performance long term. For example, a team I coached started tracking not just model accuracy but operator overrides and user correction rates. Within one sprint, they discovered 2 hidden failure modes and identified which segments were most at risk, insights impossible to find with surface metrics alone. You might hear, aren't these just more PM checklists? But the difference is traditional product sense optimizes for features. AI product sense optimizes for systems that learn and improve over time, fundamentally changing how products succeed. So here's your challenge. Pick one AI feature idea, run the sense framework, and see which blind spots emerge. Connect with me on LinkedIn and share your biggest aha. That's how we build mastery together in the age of AI. 3 immediate actions. Do this week. If you take away only 3 things from today, make them these. 1. Run the sense audit on one AI idea, 30 minutes. Why? It forces system thinking before you commit roadmap dollars. How? Write one paragraph each for SENSE. Measure. You should identify at least 3 failure modes and 2 required signals you didn't consider before. 2. Define your error budget by segment 1 hour. Tool. A simple table in your PRD. segment failure, severity, mitigation. Process: pick two user segments and define what unacceptable looks like. Result: you stop arguing about accuracy and start aligning on outcomes. 3. Instrument a feedback loop, not just a funnel, 1 2 days. Framework: feedback, label, retrain, adjust, re evaluate, application. Add one high quality feedback signal into the workflow. Timeline: within one sprint, you should see better debugging visibility even before model changes. Key insight summary: the biggest insight from today: traditional product sense optimizes features, AI product sense optimizes learning systems. This changes everything because your product is no longer just what you ship, it's what it becomes after users interact with it. Call to action: I want to hear from you. This week, pick one AI feature idea and run the Sense framework on it. Then connect with me on LinkedIn Madhumita Mantri and tell me which step exposed the biggest blind spot. If this episode sparked new ideas, here are three ways to dive deeper. My downloadable Sense scorecard, I'll share it on LinkedIn with this episode. A PRD checklist for AI features, failure modes, signals, evaluation plan. Stanford's AI Index 2025 as a reality check on adoption and investment.